Welcome to the Daily Jing for Wednesday, April 27th. Here's the quote of the day. Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate them. James Baldwin, 1960. James Baldwin was a writer, a black writer from the 40s and 50s. He wrote plays and essays. So let's look at the schedule. So we're here in the 14th week. Um, You should have finished the peer reviews for your partner's papers. Um, they will go into, you should keep a copy of them so that you can put them in your final portfolio. The research papers are due in the final portfolio by May 6th, on or before May 6th at 6 a.m. That's Friday. And I'll have the final for you on Monday. Uh, since the take-home final is for my C class, but the final will also be um, due on May 6th, posted into D2L, and I'll deal with that on Monday. Okay. Um, let's go and look at the key page. So I'd like to talk for a moment about the final portfolio and Turnitin. That's in the Dropbox. So here's the link to the final portfolio, but it's also in the Dropbox folder for the final portfolio. It's right here. Here's where you'll upload the final exam, and here for the final portfolio. So if you click on this, here's the link to the portfolio form or template. So this part up here are the instructions. You should select this and copy it and paste it into a Word file. Don't give me a PDF, just give me a Word file, okay? And then once you do that and you understand the directions, so erase these directions from your file and start with the headings, and then paste in the peer reviews that you did for the reflection paper and the description and the research paper. And then finally at the end here, add your final draft of the research paper. You don't need the rough draft. The rough draft will stay in Google, and I'll be able to compare it to this final draft, this revised draft. So center your title and make sure that you indent all the paragraphs. Put a new page for the works cited page. Okay. The other thing I'd like to show you here is when you post your stuff into the Dropbox file. Let's go down here. So when you post your portfolio, you will see a little 1 over here, and the 1 will be a link, and it's a link to your paper, um, and it's Turnitin report. So you'll see this little percentage, and that means that the paper is 4%, has 4% sources from other um, from somewhere else, and you will have that because you're basically citing sources. The thing that you want to make sure that you do when you look at this, and you can post your paper early and take a look at the Turnitin report so you can make sure that your paper is cited correctly and that there aren't parts of your paper that you still need to cite so they won't be plagiarized. Okay, remember you have to cite direct quotes, you have to cite paraphrases and other information that you get. So what Turnitin does is it finds sections of your paper that are from other sources and it highlights them, and then it gives you this report. Now, you don't have to worry about the places where you've cited things. It will highlight those too, but if you've cited them correctly, then there's no problem. Okay, it's only if you go and you look at the Turnitin report and there are places that it highlights that you haven't cited, you have to go back to your paper, correctly cite them, and then upload another version of your paper. And each copy of your paper that you post into the Dropbox will replace the one that's already there, so you don't have to worry about it. So try to do this early next week with your completed papers so that you get some idea of how the Turnitin report looks. Okay? All right. So the question of the day is, where can I find the final portfolio template? You can find it in D2L in the Dropbox for the final portfolio. There's a link in there, but there's also a link here on the key page. Okay? All right, thanks.